Hi, I'm Mathew Nilsson. Welcome to Norton Engineered for Speed technical section. Today we're going to look at my role as engineering manager here at Ford Performance Racing. My role here as engineering manager is to oversee the engineering group. There's 7 people within that department, plus myself. Campbell Little performs the role of technical director, and then we have our race engineering staff, our data engineers and design engineers. The data engineers perform both roles, but we do have a senior designer that's workshop based solely for the purpose of doing most of the design work and signing off drawings and releasing that kind of work. It's both travelling and a workshop-based role that I do. So obviously that's managing both the race engineering staff at the track during the race weekend, managing the debriefs, playing a devil's advocate at times for decisions being made, and just a general advice and overseeing role to make sure we're meeting our targets for development and what we want to achieve out of a weekend. And then here at the workshop, it's more managing the projects going on, again managing the debriefs and the pre-briefs that we perform for each event, but managing design lists and priorities, particularly this year with Car of the Future. So managing that development phase versus trying to get as much speed out of the current cars to achieve a result in this year's championship. My career to date has been in V8 supercars in a full-time role. So that began in 2002 when I was a data engineer at 00 Motorsport. I then moved across to what was TWR in 2003 to be Rick Kelly's engineer at Kmart Racing Team, and performed that role again in 2004. In 2005, when that team became HSV dealer team, I worked with Garth Tander when he joined the team and maintained that relationship at HSV dealer team until the end of 2007. So I was fortunate enough to be involved in 2 teams championships and 2 drivers championships with Rick and Garth. 2008, then went across to HRT with Garth and performed his racing engineer role for 2008 and 2009. And then 2010 we swapped race engineers with the drivers, so I worked with Will Davison in 2010, and then at the end of 2010 was approached by FPR to come across here as engineering manager and perform that role from the very end of 2010 until the current day. My passion for motorsport started in probably 1996, so quite late in my schooling. When I attended the Formula 1 Grand Prix at Melbourne, was fortunate enough to get in the pit lane when I worked part-time on weekends in a Formula Holden team, which was actually SH Racing who prepared Scott Dixon's car. So I went to the Grand Prix, loved the feel and vibe, I guess, and the atmosphere of the pit lane, and decided there and then that I wanted to work in motorsport. Finished my schooling in 1996 and went to RMIT University in Melbourne, where I studied a degree in mechanical engineering and business administration, so that was a 5-year course. Luckily enough, through that period I was able to obtain part-time work, both working on Formula Fords and Formula Holdens, with SH Racing again and then Gibson Motorsport. So I was able to gain experience firsthand in actually working on cars as opposed to engineering. So it wasn't until late, probably 2001, when I first started to actually perform some data engineering roles part-time at Gibson Motorsport, when we had the Falcons with Lounsey, and then again moved into 2002 full-time role after some sponsorship from Gibson Motorsport to sponsor my final university year program and that kind of work. Working in motorsport has many highs and lows. Long hours are probably one of the lows that most people will observe, but if you can be well organised and that kind of thing, then it's not too bad. Obviously, often many more disappointments than highs, but the highs definitely outweigh and bring you back for more. I've been very fortunate in my career to have had 3 Bathurst victories and two drivers and 2 teams championships that I've been involved in. So definitely that feeling as the car crosses the line that you celebrate with your teammates that you've been able to achieve a kind of result like that is very rewarding and brings you back for more. In reality, motorsport's probably in the blood, so once you're in it, it's very hard to get out of it. But definitely enjoy the environment. As an engineering manager, it has its challenges. Obviously it's about managing a team of people that work together for a common goal, for the greater benefit of everyone. So definitely that challenge is a daily up and downs, and obviously trying to meet deadlines, but it's definitely a very rewarding job.